So let's begin with the procedure of co-op and how you can get into the co-op program of your university. So guys, one very important thing is that all the majors do not have the co-op. So when you're selecting your major, make sure you check whether your major has co-op or not. It's always mentioned on the main page of your particular major. So let's assume your major is computer science. It should be mentioned that computer science is co-op program. How you will get into co-op of your university. Now guys, to get into co-op, you will have to complete certain number of courses, or basically you will have to get certain number of credits before you can apply into co-op. So let's assume you come to Canada and you study basically for 1 year. Generally it takes 1 year to complete those courses, and then you can apply for co-op. In some universities it may take 2 years to complete those courses, so you may be able to apply for co-op in the third year. So depending on the university and the program, you will have to complete certain number of courses to apply for co-op. Now, what determines whether you will be selected into co-op or not? Now guys, basically for co-op your marks matter the most. So let's assume you have 4 GPA. By 4 GPA, then you will be able to enter co-op very easily and very smoothly. But let's assume you have GPA around 3 or below 3 or even 3.2, 3.3, then the university may call you for an interview. But if your GPA is very low, then the university may not even call you for interview and directly reject you. So once the university calls you for interview, they will ask you several questions, like depending on your major, or it could be technical question or it could be general questions. Depends on the university or the person who is asking. Let's assume these things are done, then you will be able to enter the co-op program. So once you're into the co-op program, you get access to one portal of your university. Now every university have their own portal. Now in that portal, you will be able to access all the jobs which are available. Now guys, remember one thing, that for co-op, you can apply for jobs not only in your city or your country. Like let's assume you're studying in Canada, you can apply for jobs anywhere in the world. That is, let's assume you're studying in Canada, you can apply for USA, in anywhere in Europe, or back in your home country as well. There are some other advantages of co-op as well. So the second advantage is that when you apply to a job through the co-op, the company to which you are applying, the company basically has a good image of you from before. Why? Because the company knows that the university is not going to send any student to the co-op program, and if you are in the co-op program, that means you are a good student and your chances of getting a job is pretty good. The second advantage of co-op is that after you graduate, it's easier to get a job in a company because you will have experience of working from before. Like I have said in my previous videos guys, that experience really matters, and if you have experience, then getting a job later on after you graduate becomes a lot easier. The another advantage is that let's assume you get into a good company, and in many cases it happens that let's assume you get into a good company and you do the co-op there, and the company offers you a job that time only, that after you graduate you can work in that company. So these are the very good advantages of co-op. Now let's talk about the duration, how long you have to work in the co-op program. So guys, co-op programs are generally full-time, that is 8 hours. Now, what is the total duration? The total duration depends on the major and the university. So in some universities, the total duration is, in some universities, you will be working every alternate semester. So let's assume you study in the fall, then you will be working for 4 months full-time in co-op. Then you study in the fall semester again, or the summer semester, and then you work in the next semester. So it's basically alternate in some universities, in some majors. The other type is you work once for the duration of 8 months, 12 months, or 16 months. So this is the total duration of co-op. Now guys, if you're in co-op program, the total time it will take for you to graduate will be longer than 4 years, because when the university says that the graduation time is 4 years, they do not include co-op. So if you're in the co-op program, it's gonna be 1 year extra. Anyways, now let's talk about how much you can earn from co-op. Now guys, basically it depends again on the type of the job and the company which you get, but minimum you are going to get around, in any case the minimum will be around $20 to $21 per hour, and that's the minimum. You can get a lot more than that, that is around $25 per hour or even $30 per hour, depending on the job. Let's assume you're a very good student, you're very smart, and you get into a good company. And so getting a job which pays you around $20 or $29 per hour is not very difficult. And it also and the total cost also depends on the major you are in. So you're in computer science, then $21, $22 per hour is basically all the companies give for the co-op programs. But if you get in a bit better company, then it can easily go to $24, $25 per hour or even more than that. So let's now calculate how much you can earn through co-op. So let's assume you get a job which pays you around $21 per hour. So since you're working full time, so it will be 8 hours every day. So that's 21 multiplied by 8. That's $168 in one day. Now guys, I'm talking about Canadian dollars. It's not US dollars. Now in 1 month, it will be 168 multiplied by 30, which is equal to $5,040. Now $5,040 in 1 month. So let's assume you are in a co-op program which is 12 months in total. So that means in 12 months you will be earning 5,040 into 12, that approximately $60,000 in 1 year. So guys, like you can see, $60,000 is quite good amount of money, and with this you can easily cover the cost of your living and the cost of your food, along with a good amount of tuition, depending on the university you are in. If you are in a very expensive university, then you will be able to cover less percentage of your tuition. But if you're in a bit cheaper university, which is not very expensive, then you will be able to cover a lot more. So guys, as you can see, co-op has a lot of advantages, and when you reach Canada into the university, try to get into the co-op program because it's really good. And I hope you guys had a pretty good board results, because board results matter a lot for the universities in Canada, because they generally do not take SAT marks. Most universities do not. And by this time, I think you should be in the process of completing your visa, or you must have already applied to the visa. Let's try to do everything early so that you can relax after that. And do not leave visa for the very late, because visa procedure sometimes take a lot of time, and it's really stressful late, because you may get late and the classes in your university may start. And trust me, you do not want to miss the welcome events of universities, because they're really good. So guys, I hope this video gives you a bit of idea about co-op. Thanks for watching this video. Wish you very good luck and have a great day.